Hey everybody, happy Sunday, happy life. Um, so yesterday I kind of didn't come on here. I took a rest day. I was kind of tired yesterday. I'm not gonna even lie to y'all and say I wasn't. I was kind of tired. So I took a rest day because I'm always working on my YouTube channel, and sometimes I need to take a rest day. But I did get a chance to see part 2 of Love and Marriage Huntsville. It was a lot said on there that was ridiculous. So what was said, we're gonna start with Tisha and Marceau. What was said about Tisha and Marceau was uh Kiki, which is Tisha's first cousin, said that Marceau did have a lady on her phone, on his phone. This is what Tisha said, but Tisha was claiming it was 14 years ago. And she was sitting there saying that it wasn't. She said it. And Kiki said Tisha knew about it. You know what I'm saying? But Tisha was saying before anything happened with her husband Marcel, she have to go do her homework. So that should let you know right there that he's cheating. You understand what I'm saying? A while back, they son had heard about Montel had said uh Marceau had 20 women. And Montel went back on there and apologized to Tisha and Marceau's son. Uh and he told Tisha and Marcel's son that I apologize. That was just something I was just saying. Another thing that came up was Wanda. There was Carlos King asked Wanda how did she feel about this woman in Marcel Bone, and Wanda said that Tisha don't tell her everything. So she said, I don't know. She said because Marcel, she said I look at Marcel different. Girl, you raised how you was raised. Okay. So then they got on the subject about Montel and Melanie's daughter. How it was said, uh, Montel, about the daughter. So Carlos Kings asked Melanie Howard said, she said, I was doing the show. I think I was doing the show, and I was sitting there saying that Tisha daddy was in my DMs, and it was you had asked me how old he was, and I had sit there and said, ask Tisha, because I don't know. That's her daddy. You know what I'm saying? Then that's when one said that if uh we gonna go there and talk about baby daddies, then that's when she went and talked about Sugar Mama. And Montel said, how come the same thing you did for Marceau and Tisha, why you didn't do that for me? And he said, well, why he said you called me about everything else. Why didn't you call me about that? You know what I'm saying? And then it was some rumors about the Destiny. They were saying they believe that Destiny shouldn't be on the show because Destiny don't have a husband. But at the time, Destiny's husband couldn't be recorded on the show. So it was that type of thing. So like, and then they said that Destiny said that she's in love with somebody else. Then they also said, then Destiny also said that then the producer said that Destiny is a problem. That's what they said. Destiny is a problem. And uh Kimmy said it just come out to believe that you don't want to let nobody in. You know what I'm saying? And then well, I was saying, oh, Stormy was on there as well and was saying they would, social media be dragging Stormy, saying how ghetto she is, how this and this, and Stormy was saying she worked hard. And then, Kiki was also talking about her addiction and how it was her, how people was putting out there in her addiction. And then, Maurice said, was sitting there saying that Maurice come over there and, and um y'all in the late at night. So I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But it's even going to, oh, excuse me, y'all. It's even going to get better next week in part 3. I had missed it, like I said, y'all. So I had to go back and watch it on demand. Um Melanie was just mostly just sitting there. She wasn't trying to argue with nobody. She wasn't trying to do none of that, because uh she had said when she said because Carlos Teen said, "Do you think you can become friends again with them?" She said, "I'm not gonna become friends with nobody on the stage when they don't take accountability of what they done." And he said, "When do you ever take accountability, Melanie?" And that was like kind of like raw and uncut to me. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, um, also I want to say, uh, I want to say, hold on, y'all. Oh, my computer is just falling. Hold on, y'all. Let me do something. Okay, y'all. So, it was that. So, while ago, I was on Instagram live and I joined in a live with Melody and how they was talking about Melody and they people was talking about some good things about Melody. And Melody was sitting there. It was saying that uh why would Melody want to go back to somebody that treated her wrong? You understand what I'm saying? And it was room, and I never knew this. And it was in the first season. I never knew that Melody left her marriage with nothing. And it was like, how Montel treat her wrong. Everybody pray for her to get back with Montel. But I be sitting there saying the same thing. Why? Why get around Montel? People is actually it was just like this other YouTuber was saying, people was just actually jealous of Melanie because Melanie uh she kind of leveled up a little bit, not leveled up a little bit, but she leveled up and did what she has to do, got her own business. Not got her own business, she got several businesses. So therefore, people on the channel is jealous, and she was talking about how when people come around her and people hang around her, she be trying to encourage them to level up, and that's true. If you friends with somebody, you don't want your friends not to be in the same position that you is. You want your friends to level up, and you don't want them to walk around and be jealous of you. And I think that's the problem. Mostly people, I said this, I be seeing this a lot on my videos. Like when it comes to money and you having money, people seem to get jealous, you know? So, I agree with everything Melody said. It was a lot that was said in the live. I don't even think the live is still on. I think it's off now because I was just looking at it a while ago. And so, y'all, excuse me if y'all see me on my phone. Yeah, it's out. So the live is out. But yeah, it's out. She went out. But anyway, so she was just talking, so they were just talking some good stuff about businesses and how Melody is, and Melody don't want nobody around her that's not. I'm not gonna say good for her. I'm gonna say Melody don't want nobody in her space that gives bad energy. I'm gonna say that, and I do agree because you don't want that energy in your life. Um, I think basically I'm trying to figure out what else do I have to say about the reunion. I don't know what else to say about the reunion. I'm trying to see. I talked about Wanda. Oh, how Wanda called herself apologizing to Melody, and Melody was like, she wasn't caring. She wasn't caring for it. Um, Supposedly, Stormy and Mel don't get along, but Mel said in her live a while ago that all of that's gonna play out on the show because they filmed everything, so you have to just watch the show. Um, Also, I'm gonna bring to y'all next week how Melody, not how Melody, but how Montel feels about Melody, and he's in a relationship with Sheree. He's in a relationship with Sheree. So I tell y'all all about that tomorrow. And again, I I apologize for not being on here. Hold on. So again, I'm gonna talk about that next week about Sheree and Montel. They were talking about how they were trying to put Sheree and Melody are close, and they saying there's no comparison. And they were sitting there saying, number one, Melody got more businesses than Sheree. That's number one. And they were saying number two, Melody is younger than Sheree, and it is. And we all know, no matter what we think or what we say, we all know that Montel is not in love with Sheree. I think basically it's just for social media. I just think it's for clout. Call me crazy, call me wrong. But so I had to come on here and do this part two video. Y'all. So I had to come on here. So I did this part two. And I would do a part, it's a part three coming next week. So I promise y'all I'm gonna try to be up and ready to do it. Uh, like I said, I apologize. Yeah, I was just so tired, and I had took a nap, and I ended up taking a whole nap. Didn't wake up until this morning, so I did it today. But I love y'all. Y'all be safe.